Instagram ads are a little bit of everywhere, but how many of us look at these ads and we're like,
that's kind of corny.
right, Burb? So we end up not buying them because we just don't want to be scammed. However, there is one grain of salt. Burb, you're very antsy today. Are you done? He's a big liar! Stop lying! You're not done. You're just gonna keep going and coming, right? And so today, I want to look at 4 items that I bought from Instagram. These ads kept coming up because obviously they're targeted ads, so they know I'm either into craftsy and artsy things or into geeky things. Burb, stop. I don't like your rudeness. Oh, no! That's a hit and run! Why? Why? For those of you who don't know, Burb has his own Instagram, which is Nerdy Burb. I have to warn you though, he really likes to flex. So if you're not into flexing, don't follow him. Or follow him. You want him, yeah? You want them to follow you? Oh, another hit and run! I guess that's a warning. Make sure that you do follow him on Nerdy Burb. Take that. Oh, and just to be very clear, Burb and SaltEcrafter are best friends. I don't know why he likes to hit and run me, but when it comes to SaltEcrafter, they're like BFFs or something. Is it me? So rude. So the first video we're going to be looking at is one by Seon Carey, and it's this really cool type of pen that is supposed to make like an outline as you're drawing with it. I mean, look at it. It looks absolutely adorable, and the fact that they're making this like starry snowflake. What is a star? It's not a star, it's a snowflake. Are you done? Your lies just never end, do they? I know it! You're just peekabooing all the way out. Everyone already loves you. You know that? It's my show now. My show. Come here and fight me if you want to fight. So from what I can see on this ad is that it looks like a paint marker because it can go on different types of surfaces. So it can go on things like glass, on plastic, on rocks, and it still looks like it has this really cool outline. So that's the part that I'm most curious about, the outlining. And as you can see here, if you wanted one of the markers, it is $5.99, but if you want a set of 8 colors, it's $25.99. And of course, your salty grain over here picked up a whole set of 5. Or was it 8? 8. And so here are the colors. We seem to be getting black, 2 blues that are a little too close to each other. Orange, purple, green, yellow, and pink. And as you can see, it says outline pen. Not an outline pen, it's an out. You know, like outside line pen. English number 1. And the company on this marker is called Guangna. If we observe closely, the color name is nowhere near. So we have to base ourselves on the caps. All right, let's open it. And they seem to open in the same way that we would open the Posca pens. Twist the top. All right, let's open all of them.
A few moments later.
All right, so since they're all here, they really did advertise them like paint pens. So let's see if we can shake them. Oh, that is very little. And just to be clear, no instructions came, no information came. So if you bought these, you have to have saved the commercial to make sure that you remember the steps of how to activate it. Good job. One of the things about paint markers is there's really no good way to shake them because yeah, that's what I thought. So here are the colors listed, and just to be clear again, these are not cheap. I spent $26 plus $5 shipping, which brings us to $31 for 8 markers. So each marker is about $3.88, officially making them more expensive than Posca pens. Just saying. All right, so time to see what they look like on paper. According to the commercial, we should be activating them. So let's see how many pumps it takes to activate for the liquid to come out. All right, let's do 10. Oh, that was way too quick. Well, that is leaky. Well, at least it works. So black. Oh, that is way too leaky. Let's check the commercial again. All right, so according to the Instagram ad, it only took 3 pumps. Let's try that again. Here's a fresh one. 1, 2, oh, 3. That's pretty impressive. The ad was actually right. Here it is for blue. And that's the thing, if you really want colors, so far it seems like you're pretty stuck having a mostly silver center. All right, let's swatch the rest. Oh, that one took a lot less than 3. All right, let's just go with the splotch. Pink. I have to admit, it's really hard knowing where the pink and where the silver is coming from, so you have 0 control on that. Orange, let's do 2 pumps. Maybe a 3rd one to get a little more orange. Green. Yellow. And then the light blue. Hey, what the heck just happened? So I didn't touch anything. I've been just holding the markers as they are and the caps, and I have no idea where the silver came from. No, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. It looks like we have, hang on, come here with me. We have an exploded paint marker. So for some reason, the yellow is leaking everywhere. Why? Why? I don't know if you grains can see, but even though I wiped it down with an alcohol wipe, it stained my desk. It's very faint, but it is there, so it definitely stained my work surface. How uncool is that? Very uncool. So I'm going to leave them on this surface just so I don't damage my desk anymore. It's taken way too much damage. Oh no, we have more oh no moments. Okay, let's look at the ad one more time. When they're using the actual marker, it's not the same one that's on their website. The marker itself is actually the color that is coming out, whereas we have a white body. And when we look at the tip over there, it looks transparent. We're freezing framing, so you grains don't have to backtrack. Whereas our tip is actually colored. And also you can see that the edge of the markers have the measurement of the tip, so 1.0. Ours has nothing. But then when you go onto their website, it is the marker that we're receiving. But they're using a different marker to do the art with. How? So something tells me that this might not work as well as it was supposed to. Or it's a cheap version of the ones they actually used in the commercial or the ad, whatever you want to call it, the Instagram ad. Let's make the snowflake. Wow, so far pretty underwhelming. Oh, hello. Is it already drying? Let's give it another pump. There we go, now juicy. All right, let's make those lines thicker. All right, so it needed a little more juice. Let's make a little face. I have to admit, it is way more underwhelming than the picture that they drew, simply because the outline lines are real. Oh, outline. I get it. Are extremely thin. So it kind of removes that beauty of having that outline line. Let's try with a darker color. Another thing I feel the need to mention constantly is every time you're trying to remove the main cap, this cap over here, which holds the entire thing together, wants to come off. So you have to be very careful and screw it back in. Let's do some writing. Again, the silver color is really gorgeous, but the lines on the outside are really thin. Let's try holding it at a different angle. How about a little more sideways? Still really thin. So here are all 8 colors done with the paint markers. You can see that some of them are way harder to control. Some outlines just start leaking. It is very silvery. I have to admit, the silver is gorgeous. The outline is a really cool effect, but the marker itself is really cheap quality. It just keeps leaking every time you try to open it, or it just wants to come apart. So I really don't think this is a very good quality piece. All right, a couple more tests on some surfaces. Rock. Yeah, it's a paint marker, it works. All right, I'm starting to get really annoyed. Every time I'm trying to pull this here wants to open. Now I'm curious, what the heck's inside? That's it. Why do you keep wanting to open, huh? Rock, check. Plastic, check. Metal, check. Glass, also check. And so now the question is this Instagram ad delivering what it promises? And the answer is both yes and no. yes, you are getting an outline pen, but no, it is not the quality that is shown in the ad. As you can see again, what they're using to outline with and what they're selling are two different markers. So I wouldn't be surprised if the one that they're using is the better quality one. So at $3.88 each, which is the same price as a Copic marker in Japan, I would say that this product is definitely worth being
in the trash.
Cool factor, yes, but still
In the trash.
So if you can find the better version, go for it if you want. Next Instagram ad is this mini belt sander machine. And I really love this idea because I'm like, there are so many possibilities of different sculptures and different projects that I could do in order to have this tiny machine. I don't need to have a huge one. Suddenly a little one seems a lot more accessible. And this one was featured in Instagram stories, which means it was really short and it was kind of difficult to replay because you have to kind of press the button and then try to record it ASAP. And I love the fact that it shows you that it can sand everything from metal to pieces of wood. So the second you swipe up, you see solo discount buy. And you start swiping through the pictures and the machine looks legitimately really cool. And it also shows you that it gets these little sanding belts. And as you're kind of peeking at the bottom of that ad, you can again see that it says last 2-day 70% off small DIY polishing machine, which goes from $79 to $19.99. And so naturally, the first thing that you see, since this is what is advertised and this is what you see, I pressed add to cart and I paid $19.99 plus $5 shipping. And here we are. 3 weeks later. Can a machine fit inside a piece of bubble wrap? You guessed it, no. We paid $25 for sanding belts. 10 of them to be exact. And when I contacted the company to ask them where the machine was, they said that I had selected the sanding belts and not the sanding machine. Let me demonstrate. When you go on their website, which for some reason says Divorce 66, you can see that you're looking at this machine. This is the link that is from the Instagram ads. And you see last 2 days, 70% off, polishing machine, $19.99 from 79 bucks. So naturally you're like, this sanding machine was $80, went down to $20. So naturally you say add to cart. However, big comma, it is automatically selecting the sanding belts. You have to physically select polishing machine, even though the link specifically says that it's for the machine. I'm pretty sure they've scammed quite a few people this way, but there's no real drop-down menu. You automatically think that it comes with the 10 strips and the machine, simply because of the way it was advertised. You have the 10 strips and the machine, and the title says the machine. So this part here is very tricky. So this Instagram ad, definitely 100%
In the trash.
I was definitely duped. I should have paid a lot more attention, and now I know that I will. But don't make the assumption that just because the link is promising one item, that's not necessarily the item that they're selecting for you to buy. I have no use for these sanding belts. I'm gonna give them to my brother. Thanks for nothing. Side note, also, in what universe are sanding strips $80? So that just goes to show that the intention, even when, hang on, I really want to show that in every way possible, they made me feel like I was buying the sanding kit, the machine itself. Because even on the bill, it does say in huge letters, DIY sanding machine. And then under it, in really tiny, it has with these sanding belts. Now, if you're like me and you scrolled through the pictures, it just naturally feels like you get the machine and 10 belts. So if it's too good to be true, this company just proved that that's exactly it. The next item is one of the most expensive ones that I paid for, and it cost me $100. Please support this channel, leave a like if you want me to review more of these things, because if you don't like it, what's the point of me making it? And also let me know what kind of Instagram ads have you seen and you're curious about, because I would really love to see them. Link them down below or leave a comment, because sometimes links are automatically deleted. And that item is the XP Pen drawing tablet that is supposed to also work on your actual phone. So you can draw and have it on your phone. That is really neat. Immediately on their website, you can see that they're giving all these different specs, and it looks really neat, and it has all these shortcut buttons, and apparently it can also stand up. And for $99 US, it's pretty much the standard for even a beginner Wacom tablet. However, this one has way more shortcuts. I did select everything as standard, and shipping was free to Canada. And the more we scroll down to get more information, you'll see that it's compatible with a lot of different apps. And what it comes with seems pretty impressive. It looks like it comes with the pen, the charging, and the cables. And not just that, but it also comes with the little glove thing to make it easier to slide. So my question is, does it actually work? And the answer is, let's find out together. First impression is packaging and the box are absolutely gorgeous. It does say on the top Deco Pro Small because I asked for the smaller one. And what really caught my attention is the fact that it got a couple of awards, namely the Red Dot Award and a Good Design Award. I don't know what these awards mean. Maybe it's kind of like your friend saying, here you go, here's a trophy, that's for you. I don't know if that's the same thing. And we get the logo at the bottom for XP Pen. All right, time to lift and see. Oh, hello. The first thing that greets us is the help tech support. That is actually really thoughtful. Ooh, and the plastic is very velvety. That is smooth. And time to take it out. Oh, that is really slim. Oh, wow. Oh, that smells bad. Oh, wow. Oh, it smells like like gasoline. Yep, that's what it smells like. Let's just let it air out a bit. And what do we have over here? My guess is this is the pen. So fancy. Oh, wow, that's the pen? No, I usually don't like my pens thick. Does it? Oh, there we go. That's usually the size of pen that I like. And on the other side, we get some nibs. I'm not quite sure what this is for, but I'll read some instructions and find out why is this the case. So as you can see, it does come with the tablet, the gloves, the little, the USB things. But even though it does say that it's compatible with Mac, I don't think that it's compatible with a Mac phone. The reason I bought this is, again, if we look at the ad, it shows someone drawing and showing the actual picture on their phone. But it doesn't seem to have that little adapter for an iPhone. But so far, so good. For $100, we look like we're okay. But wait. Time to read the instructions and install it on my phone, which means I have this much reading to do.
1 hour later.
Alright, so here we are. I downloaded Ibis Painter. Is it Ibis Paint? I don't know. Let me know how it's pronounced. Since that was one of the apps on their actual website that is supposed to be compatible with the tablet. According to the quick guide, all I have to do is put this vertically, make sure my phone is vertical because it will only draw in vertical mode. Plug it in and draw. So let's try that. Okay. So it appears that you have to remove whatever phone case you might have because this is not going to go in. As many times as you try to put it in, it won't go in. What's wrong with this video? let me remove it. Give me a second. I swear, if my phone falls and breaks because it doesn't have a case, I'm not going to be happy. There we go. All right, so far here is what it looks like. Why is the stylus not available? Now it's available. All right, let's do a couple of strokes. Oh, what did I do? Let's try again. Did I choose something else? Give me a sec. All right, so immediately I noticed what is the biggest problem, and it's, oh, there it goes, the plug. The plug itself does not want to stay put. So when it's available, as you can see, once you start moving it around so that you can get a better angle, look at that, no longer available. So it's a huge pain in the butt because look at that. I don't have to put any effort to get it out. See, there. Let's try the other side. Hopefully this will work. It's available, so let's do it while we can. And let's put more pressure, and more pressure, and more pressure. Honestly, this seems to work really well. The biggest downfall really is this here. So far, turning it around seems to be a little more snug. So let's go ahead and you can see the cursor here. So it really is touch sensitive. Let's make a face. It's not bad. And even the delay isn't that big. Check. Oh, hang on. Hang on. What did I do? Oh, no longer available again. I thought it was snug, but it's not. I can see this being a huge problem. Unless you have your phone standing on... Not even. There goes the cable. Is the stylus still available or not? No longer available. Please! Wait, what award did it win again? That's right, Good Design Award. I think this cable begs to differ. It is in no way a good design if all it does is keeps falling. Come on. Stylus available. No longer available. I'm not joking. I'm not doing anything other than just move it so I can look at this stylus. Unless you're supposed to hold it there and kind of just wing it. Let's try to work around. See, that doesn't work. You can't just have this up here, no longer available again. Oh, Instagram ads. Wow. So I'm going to go ahead and do something completely different now. I'm going to switch the actual plug that belongs to the tablet, which is this one up here, and I'm going to switch it with the one that's supposed to go in my phone. So I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to plug this one into my phone. Like so. Is it going to work? No. Do we need to push this even more? Still no. Some of you might be asking, why don't I just put this vertically or a little bit of an angle? Well, the reason is, even though online it looked like it was able to sit at a bit of an angle, there's actually nothing in the back to keep it propped up. So technically, if it were propped up, it would have been easier for me to do this. But the fact that it has to absolutely lay flat, I don't have much of an option other than to do this. And it's still not detecting the stylus. So as you can see while I'm drawing, it's actually very responsive. The delay time is very minimal. There is of course a kind of learning curve when it comes to the app, but I have to admit, it is still very frustrating having the cable constantly come off and say that this stylus is not available anymore. So for an item that costs $100, the fact that they can't give us an actual plug that stays in place is bad news. When it did work, it was pretty smooth. But then other times, if the pen stayed just a little longer, I'm sure that's an option, but when it stayed a little longer, it reset everything. So until they fix those little bugs, especially the connection, I would say that the XP pen would go
In the trash.
If you do any kinds of arts and crafts, the next ad is probably something most of you have seen, a shop called Kineo Official. And more often than not, they show so many absolutely adorable stationaries, everything from pens to sharpeners, English #1, to stickers, to pencil cases, and so many absolutely adorable things. And so when I went on their website, I realized that most of these things really aren't that expensive, but I did get very much so Wish and AliExpress type vibes. Look at these absolutely adorable bunny pens. So cute. So cute. So one of the first things I added to my cart is this absolutely adorable 10 brush soft head brush watercolor pen, and that one was $9.27 Canadian. Next they had this really weird but interesting pencil case, and that one was very transparenty, and I was checking in their very cheap section. I think it was $1 section and less. So I'm curious to see if it's sturdy or if it's just... That one was $1.32. Alright, I'm a sucker for miniatures because I love toy photography. So when I saw a pencil sharpener that is in the shape of like a little mini gas tank, I'm like, please, I need this. So of course I added one. Actually make that too. I added 2 of them. I figured my brother could use the second one since he does amazing toy photography. I'll leave his Instagram down below. And then there was an electronic eraser. Holy moly, I don't think I've seen an electronic eraser this cheap. So I went ahead and ordered one of them because that's a pretty good price. You don't have much of an option when it comes to the color, so we'll see how that looks at $1.32. When it comes to their sticker section, it was pretty much all sold out, except for a few exceptions here and there. I don't understand why they don't just remove something if it says sold out instead of teasing me with it. Just don't put it there. And another thing that was sold out that I really would have loved to pick up is this cute little Pikachu pouch. But you know, guess what? It's sold out again! Oh, salt. Let's see if these materials are poop. And so in total, for everything in my cart, it cost me about $16. And shipping was $6. So now the question is... First things first is the pencil case, which is very transparent. Can you see what I'm doing? What did I do? So here's the white and black ones. Immediately you can see that the quality is pretty much what you paid for because the seams, they just don't seem nicely cut. And there's threads kind of hanging out here and there. But is it a pencil case that you can find at the dollar store?
Yeah.
Was it delivered?
Yeah.
Does the zipper work?
Yes.
And I can see it being useful just in case you forgot. Let's say you have 3 pencil cases and you forgot what's in each one. This could definitely be a useful method. Does it feel like $1?
Yeah.
So if you can't get transparent pencil cases, I would say this part here would be worth your cash. Oh my god, these are so cute. Next we have the super plastic pencil sharpeners that were also $1.32. And we do get 2 different sizes. I never understood the sizes. By the way, Grains, please explain to me, what's the difference? Why would we have a bigger one and a smaller one? But here's my pencil. And as you can see, it is pretty pointy and it does work. $1.32, I would say, is worth your cash. Probably gonna use them as props. They're so cute. Going with the same theme of the pencil, we have the eraser. And they sent me pink. And obviously for $1 again, I don't expect them to include batteries, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some batteries. Okay, this makes no sense whatsoever. How am I supposed to open this? It says twist open. Oh. So the twist open is not this part, it's up here. Now what? So the second you twist open, it says open here, and you insert the batteries there. If I'm not mistaken, according to the ad, we're supposed to have gotten 2 extra little eraser bits. At least that's what it seemed on the actual posting, because now we're left with just 1 eraser and no refills. So I'm going to go ahead and do from the lightest penciling ever until a bit darker. Batteries have been inserted, and it works. Holy moly! That definitely is worth your cash. For $1.32, I'm impressed. I wonder if the nibs are actually universal. If they are... Next we have watercolor pencils. I don't know how much of a watercolor it is, or if it's just water-based markers. So that's what we're going to be finding out together. The ad didn't really advertise them as being something for coloring, but it just looked like a cute stationery. Let's swatch them. And the first impression is that it is a brush nib. How does this brush... You know what? Before we swatch, let's see how this feels. Ooh, that is a very nice brush feel. Can go from thin to thick. And the color is pretty saturated, so I'm very happy with that. And so as I'm swatching them, I am really impressed with the vibrancy of the colors. The feel of the actual pens are very nice. They don't feel plasticky and cheap. They really do feel quite smooth. So if you're looking for stationery that is pretty light and something that you can highlight work notes or college notes or whatever kind of notes you got, at $9.27, it doesn't feel like it's a scam. And what I was pretty impressed with too is, as I ordered all of these things, they all arrived within a couple of weeks. So if you ever debated shopping on Kinyo Official, I have to say that it is so far one of the only ads on Instagram that delivered nicely. I don't feel scammed. So far, everything seems like it's worth your cash from what I ordered. Allow me to be geeky for just a few minutes. This next Instagram ad is by Cassetio, and what they're advertising is a phone case with pre-built games right inside, which is really cool if you ask me, because you can play old school kind of arcadey and Nintendo games. Heck yeah. And the screen seems to be full color. My question is, are the controls clunky? Is it going to be painful to play it? It doesn't use your own batteries, so if you're, somewhere where there's no reception, you can technically still play, technically. When looking at their posting, this is by no means a cheap phone case. It is $43 Canadian, which is really close to the price of a used Switch game. And so my question is, does this have much value? I don't know. But let's scroll down real quick to the product description. Let you go back to the last century and your childhood.
How old do you think I am?
I absolutely love the fact that they're saying go back to the previous century. Has it really been 100 years that we've had Nintendo and arcade games? I don't think so. I just thought it was funny. I wanted to share it with you, Grains. And so, here is our game phone case. And it's one of the rare ones that actually has my model of phone. I got this phone way before what was going on in Hong Kong, so I do support Hong Kong protests. And you will know I will not be buying the next Huawei. Especially that they're coming up with their own OS. Heck no. At $43, it did not come with the charging cable. So I don't know if there's any kind of charge in this already. Can we turn it on? The answer is no. It doesn't come with a plug, and it doesn't come with any charge. I'll be back. All right, as I'm trying to put the phone case on, I realize that your phone is going to be upside... Hey, you best... Oh no. How is this not going to fit? Do I have to be more aggressive? No, this is not gonna fit. And just so we're on the same page, my device is the P20 Pro, and this phone case is for the P20. Where's the Pro? On their site, it clearly says also for Huawei P20 and P20 Pro, so it has the same shape. And as much as I can try getting this part in, look how much more space is missing. Which means that even though they were advertising it for it to be sold for this phone, it is by no means the right size. All right, it's connected, it's charging, you can see the blue light down here. Can we get anything decent by turning it on? Please don't tell me that's what's happening right now. There we go. Oh, it's broken? Are you kidding me? You can see cracks on the inside and it's still... Come on. Let's try English. Yeah, that's broken. All right, so let's try Super Mario Brothers. We're going to be muting any kind of sound because I don't want this to get copyright struck. Start. A. So there's A. There's B. There's sound. We want sound. I don't know what SP is. Oh, there we go. Oh, the buttons are reversed! No! Oh no! The jump button... Okay, so you're supposed to be able to jump with this button over here, but instead you're jumping with the front button, which makes no sense because if you want to run, you're supposed to... Oh my god. So this phone case is 100%
In the trash! Trash!
It came broken. It doesn't fit my phone. The buttons for the games are reversed. Definitely don't pick it up if you were tempted. Thank you so much for watching, my little grains. If you have, again, more items that you've seen on Instagram, make sure that you either send me a screenshot or any kind of tag or whatever you can find. I really want to find the ads on Instagram. Make sure you let me know. If you want to watch the previous Cash or Trash, make sure you check up here. And if you want to watch a video YouTube thinks is spot on just for your little salty self, make sure you check down here. Until then, I will see you grains in the next video.